Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a beginner's guide on Roshpit Champions 2.4. Roshpit Champions is a team hero survival, much like Diablo if you've ever played Diablo or Path of Exile or anything like that, but obviously with Dota characters. It's very fun. I've been playing for quite some time, and this is just a quick video to get the basics down just so you're not all confused when you get in there. The first thing I want to note is when you start up your game you can play between 1 to 4 people. You can play by yourself, but the difficulty doesn't change, so you may as well bring 4 people if you've got 4 friends. I know I don't. When you want to start, you definitely want to start with normal. You can't start on elite or legend. You just can't. You have to start on normal. So don't select any, make sure you select normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a custom lobby and start a game here. Once I load into the game, I'll run through the basics. Okay, so if this is your first time playing Roshpit, you do have quite a few heroes to choose from, but I would recommend OD, the Epoch Guardian. He's the most relevant all game, he's the most powerful in my opinion. There are a couple more powerful maybe, but just as a starting hero, he's really good throughout the entire game, so I definitely recommend the Epoch Guardian. So you'll get thrown into the starting town, and you'll get this screen here. The Oracle is this person over here. So the Oracle's used to save and load the game. So if you're just starting out, you don't want to do either really. Well, you can save your level 1 character if you want, but really there's going to be no need to do that. Now, the only other thing you really need to know about is this person. So if you've been playing for longer than one time, every day you'll get a quest, and basically you do the quest. It will involve you doing a dungeon. Once you've done the dungeon, you can come back, hand in the quest, and you get rewarded with some legendaries. There's also an hourly challenge, but I wouldn't worry about this too much when you start off. The hourly challenge rewards resources, which is used for more in the late game, which I'll be covering in a later video anyway. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to this little portal here. This portal will activate a dungeon. So you'll give all the party members an option to accept or deny the dungeon, and that'll get you to about level 5, and that's where you want to start. Just for now I'm going to say no, just because I'll show you through the rest of that one. Once you've done the Attack on Town dungeon, you'll get thrown back out here, and then you might want to save the game, but then otherwise you want to come to Act 1, which is this portal here. Now this is the beginning of Act 1 here. What this portal does is this will start a wave. Now there are 5 waves in Act 1. The waves just basically involve creeps coming at you from all angles. You just defeat the creeps, get the experience, get the fat loots, GG. But you don't want to do them all at once, because it'll get quite difficult quite quickly. What you want to do in the interim is you probably want to do one of those and then go and do one of these. So there's more dungeons out here in Act 1. This is the second dungeon, so the first dungeon you want to do is this one here. So once you've done that dungeon, you probably want to do another wave. Yes. So you come back here, do another wave, and then you want to do this dungeon, then probably do another wave, and then you want to do this dungeon, all the way over here.
The blood sun rises.
So once you've done that dungeon, come back, do the rest of the waves, and then on the 5th wave a boss will spawn from here. Once you kill the boss, which on normal is quite easy, you'll get a key, and so the key will be added down here, and that will activate this portal in town. The Act 2 portal will light up in yellow, and then you get to do the same thing in Act 2, and then again the same thing in Act 3, and then once you've defeated the boss at the end of the waves in Act 3, you'll be able to restart your game and do Elite. Just make sure you save quite frequently, because since the update the game is known to crash every now and then, and the last thing you want is to lose all your progress and your items. So when you're farming or when you're doing dungeons, you'll get items that will go to your inventory. Once the items are in your inventory, you just click them to equip them. With the Epoch Guardian, I will be doing a more advanced guide a little bit later on what items you'll be looking for and how to build your character optimally. In the beginning, it really doesn't matter. All the way through to the end of Elite, it really doesn't matter what you get, what you wear. As long as your character's killing things, you're pretty much golden. Getting into Legend is a little bit more difficult. Your character is going to be a little bit more powerful in order to defeat Legend, and you're more than likely going to need 4 players with you in Legend as well. Everything is soloable in Elite. You can get the gear in Elite to completely solo Elite all by yourself, but starting off in Legend you're definitely going to want to have a group of 4. Eventually you might be able to solo Legend depending on what character you've got. I know that Epoch Guardian can solo Legend. It is still quite difficult, but it can be done. The only other thing I'm going to show you in this video is the runes and the skills. So you get 4 skills. So this is a Q skill, W skill is normally an AoE skill, the E skill is normally a teleport skill, and the R skill is a very powerful ultimate skill. It's normally a channeling spell as well. In the beginning you can choose whatever you want really to level up. You get a base skill every 5 levels, and you get runes. You get 2 runes every level. So the runes, again, you can upgrade. They all have different effects. You can really do whatever you want, but like I said, in a future video I will cover one specifically for Epoch Guardian. If you have any other questions, just write them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to help you. Otherwise, you can check out my future videos if you want a more in-depth guide on how to play certain characters.